Uh, oh,
Yes, sir.
oh, for this class,
Yeah, no, no. I was saying,
just
what have you been working
things
on?
in general. Oh, yeah. No, just I was working on t-shirts designs for Victor, and yeah, just combining the images, some of the frames from the comic,
Okay.
just putting everything together. Yeah, and now I was working on the mugs design, the cup, the cups. Yeah,
Oh, perfect. I'd love to see some of your designs. Remember last time I asked that if you have, did you see my WhatsApp where I said if you have something to share with me so that I can have a look?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry about that. I think I'm having an allergic reaction.
Sorry, sorry.
Yes, you flipped your screen. Oh, you're back.
Yes.
And I was saying your
I
screen
feel,
was flipped.
yeah, I was just trying to connect with my laptop so that I can be able to share the
Okay.
things on WhatsApp. Yes.
You can even
But then,
share here with share screen. Do you see share screen part?
yes. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
see that
you
option.
can, yeah, you can share that. Okay, let's have a look at what you've been working on so that we can critique it and then share some new knowledge.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, let me can I just connect my laptop because it's easier that way.
All right, perfect. Please do.
Yeah, because it's all on my laptop. So yeah,
Okay, sir. No, go ahead.
I'll have to get out of here.
That's fine.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
here.
Okay.
So please, yeah, let's share some of the work that you've been working on and let's take it from there. I'm excited.
Yeah, you're just going to see. It's some of the pages, but yeah, you're going to see everything.
Okay.
No, is it having a delay? Post. Oh, can you allow me to share? I think it's saying disabled.
Okay, hold on. Okay, try.
Okay. this. Oh, I'll just share these first ones that I did before and then share the other ones.
Okay.
Yes. No, taking more time now. Oh no.
Yeah, your laptop is quite slow.
Yeah, yes. The problem that I have. Yeah, these were the first ones.
Okay.
And yes.
What did
Some
you
of,
do here?
yes?
What did you do here? Did you do the color?
No, it's just compiling, just combining everything, all the assets, like for
Oh,
t-shirts designs. So yeah.
oh,
But
okay.
I
I would have loved to
did,
see.
yeah, for this part. Okay. So for this part, yes, I did some of the illustrations, the inking and the coloring, and yeah, and some of them were done by Mukanse. So he just shared some of the assets with me.
Okay. I like the color on this. Remember when we talked about how to color illustrations, how to use cell shading
Yes.
properly, how to pick color.
Yes.
So I want you to always do that. So did you manage to do that original character that we talked about the other day? You didn't manage?
No, no, I didn't. I didn't get the time to. Sorry,
All right. No, that's fine.
but
Since
it's
today,
like, yeah, yeah. I was like meaning to add on top of it the
no worries.
dramatic pose and everything. Yes, and then I'll share with you.
No, that's fine. So
Yes.
let me.
So this is the
Okay.
okay.
Sorry.
This is actually the front. This was like meant for the front, and so Victor like gave me feedback, and yeah, like he said, the logos, yeah, they needed to like be on top, and yeah, but they're still going to use this for the website, I think. Yes.
Okay.
So the logos are just not visible enough.
No, that's
I'm
okay.
sure you
So,
didn't not. Yeah, they're like on the bottom, so they need to be on top as yeah, but not
no,
to take away from the artwork.
no, that's fine. So my main interest though today would be seeing you grow as an artist, being able to draw dynamic poses without drawing characters who are always rigid and stiff, you know. So,
Yes.
and also being able to apply color. So those are going to be your weapons. when you create your stories, when you bring your stories to life. Even when you are looking at the reference, if you were to draw a human being, you don't have to draw him like a person, like realism. So when you draw the person as a cartoon, you can bring that charisma into the drawing, make it more exciting by making the pose dynamic. So for now, since we don't have anything to critique, which is a drawing that you've been recently working on, you are yet to do the assignment. Let's go back to the beginning so that we can learn how to draw, how to make poses dynamic. Is that okay?
Yes. Oh, can I stop sharing now?
Yes, I can also stop you from sharing, but yes, stop sharing, sir.
Okay.
Perfect. So I'm gonna share my screen now. This is how you create the new canvas. Let's say 4,000 by 3,000 worksheet. All right, there we go. I always use 20, the size of the pencil. This is my default color. Yeah, so in the beginning, we talked about shapes, right? We talked about shapes being important when you want to see as an artist. So if you have a character that you're drawing, which is before you, you need to be able to understand the shapes of that character. So these shapes are also important because they not only help you draw, but they also communicate the type of character you're drawing. So if you are drawing characters for a story like Shaka Zulu, or let's say you have your own story that maybe Victor might want you to work on, then you will have to do something called character design. So when you're doing character design, yes, you need to focus on the shapes, on making them dynamic. But there's another use for shapes as well, to communicate square shapes, communicate masculinity. And then oval shape communicate femininity. And then triangle shapes communicate movement. So there's another one for, okay. So this then would also mean strength, heroes, and also aggression could be communicated using the square. Then here we have peace, calmness, warmth. Let me say warmth. And then here for the triangle, we could have malice. Malice also being ill intent, villain. So this is what our shapes could mean. This is how we will use of shapes in storytelling or character design. So I want you to think about it, Kamahela. Look back at the movies that you've seen, the animation that you've seen. So we have Superman. The original Superman was more like this, bulky. This is just, I'm not really drawing anything, just trying to do a gesture. So you'd have Superman be something like this. And then a big neck there. The muscles there. Something like this. I'm just trying to do, I'm not really focused on trying to get him right, you know. But it'd be something like this. Right, with the ass hair there, chilling. What do we do? Let's bring the cape down. This would be Superman symbol of strength. Now look at the shapes. He is bulky. Base shape is this. Even the face is shaped like this. You know, so it's about strength and that. And then we'd have maybe a grandma. It's an example, a grandma there. A grandma. Something like this, holding on to a cane. You know, and we have her feet there. Maybe wearing a dookie. Glasses. That's our grandma. So look at the shapes. Peace. Let's make her have maybe like a fleece or something. But you see the shapes that we're using for all these people. This is just gestures that we can come back to over and work on, right? So these are the shapes. Grandma is a symbol of peace and warmth. You know how you relate with your grandma. You know, anyone can come to grandma and say, "Hey, grandma, I'm hungry. I haven't eaten anything." And also, if you don't stay with your grandma, you can always go to your grandma's house and you know you're gonna have, tea and biscuits, or you're gonna have something, or you're gonna have lunch. Yeah, I think maybe you can relate because
Yeah, you can leave that place looking big.
yeah, fed.
Yeah.
So, and when you draw something that symbolizes that peace and warmth, you use what? A circle. Look at all the characters in the stories that you've seen who are maybe weak or more feminine or stuff like that. They're always fed. You don't have somebody who saves the day being fed. You have them covered in the back, being part of the crew, but they're not strong. If you've seen the cartoons Tarzan, you remember how Tarzan was built, bulky and having all the shapes of Superman, muscles, the chest out like this. The chest would be out like this. And then you have Jane, who, even though she's not uh, sort of oval, but the head would be, she'd have that nose chilling. And then when you look at Jane's dad, he'd be an old man like this with a big bottom like this. And then he's wearing those short pants. And then he'd be having really tiny feet like that. And he'd be having his head there, his arms there. I'm just gonna butcher him here. Then he'd be having like a bald head like that. And if you've seen Tarzan, he doesn't fight. James dad doesn't fight because he's symbolizing, he's showing, peace or weakness and stuff like that. So I want you going forward when you're drawing your characters, when you're telling your stories, you need to think of the shapes for all the characters. If there's somebody who is, strong, maybe in a tribe that you're working around, then he needs to be bulky. He needs to be seen as a symbol of strength, of victory. And then you'd have a face like this. This is a normal face. You'd have your eyes there. Let's put our eyes there. And then you'd have your, oh, okay, I'll put the eyes a bit high, that's fine. But you have a character look like this, who is a bad guy. This is how a bad guy would look like. Can you see what I'm scribbling here? You can't see.
Now let me zoom.
Now let me make it huge. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, so this should be your eye line. And then this is your nose line. Your lip area would be here, like we learned last time. So, but I'm saying in a lot of anime or comic books, or just storytelling in general, you'd have the villain look something like this. The shapes, you should having the shapes of a triangle. Yeah, even when they're smiling, you can see that villainous smile coming across. And then for maybe the eyes would have something like this. In most cases, the eyes are not warm looking or anything. This is how a villain would look. You know, when you're telling a story, so even if he's buff, but the fact remains that he would, most probably, have a triangular face, which could be a triangle upside down. You know, so this is how your villain would look. So think about all this when you're creating your characters, because it'll also help you conform to the standards of storytelling. You might have a story and then the bad guy is fat and chubby like that, but nobody is scared of him. You know, even when the reader is trying to immerse themselves in your story, nobody is scared of the villain, or nobody doesn't feel like, yeah, this person qualifies to be the villain. So you want your villain to come across that when people look at it, they'll be like, damn, you know, it's about to go down. That's what you always want to happen. So I hope I'm making sense, and I hope you will use this new acquired information or knowledge and apply it in your own comics. Does that make sense there?
Yes, it does make sense.
Yeah. So also when you're showing movement, you'd use a triangle for movement and for malice. Any questions?
No questions so far.
No questions so far.
Yes.
All right. Perfect. So let's do this. So when you're drawing a chest of a character, so a chest would be a square like this. This is how your chest would be like if you're drawing a male character. But for you to make the shape more interesting, you need to bend it. You need to bend the shape. You just can't have the shape look the same. You need to bend it. And then a circle would be your abdomen. So it'll still be there because remember, it's a circle. You can bend down. So think about it like this. When you bend down, if this is a ball, you can take the shape and have it rotate on the ball and bend any way it wants. Bend down, twist to the side. You can do that, twist to the side like this. So you can also, in your mind, twist the shapes. Yeah. So this is how you do the body. And then for the pelvis, you'd have the underwear shape, the underwear area, like this. So now here, you have your torso here. And now here you've included the underwear area. You know, I hope I'm getting these terms, biology terms, right.
Yeah, you get them right.
Perfect. So even this one, you can bend it any way you want. You know, you can bend it any way, you can twist it around too, you can do whatever. So always think about having your shapes like this. And then this one can come in here if you want, like this, so that it sits right on this. So this is how you bend your shapes. And you then do the same for the arms and for the legs. You know, maybe the one shape that you don't need to bend much is the neck. You'd have your head and then you connect it to your torso. So also for you to be an incredibly talented artist, you need to study biology. You need to understand how the human physique works. You need to understand how the mouth works, as an example. When you're building emotion, you need to understand the facial features, how they work. And let's go back to the face. You start with your circle, and then divide this into three equal sizes like this, just like we did last time. And then this would be your nose area. This would be your eye position. So the space here, the space between the two eyes should be able to fit an extra eye. So this is how you draw. Let's do a skull. A skull is mostly something like this. And then you can come and work around it, make it more exciting. But it's mostly something like this, the teeth, and then you have the lower part of the skull, like this, where you have the bottom teeth again, and you'd have the chin area, like this. This is the basics of human anatomy when you're drawing a person. So, are you watching, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Perfect. So when you draw a person and you have something like this, you would then put skin on this head. Put skin on the head, like this. You go and put skin on the head like this. So you could actually do this to make it more interesting and have that there like that. The nose is here. There's so many ways to do the nose. And then when you do your eyes, again, you start with the black part of the eyes, and then, so this is how you draw eyes, by the way. You start them as oval. I know we're supposed to get there, we'll get there. And then you wrap the skin around it. You wrap the skin around your eyes, like this, slowly taking shape. And then here you would have your lip area. Like this. Let me make even big African lips. And then here you'd have, so the eyelids always cast the shadow. Eyelids always cast the shadow. And then here you could maybe have your eyebrows like that. And then you come and add the ears here. You know, you could make them any shape you want. So many ways to do ears depending on what you want. You could come on and reduce the chin so that it doesn't look too funny. And just like that, your person is taking shape. And then you could actually give him hair like that, and then give him a neck. Give him a beard if you want. Come back to the eyes and fix the eyes so that it doesn't look like he's freaked out. Yeah, so there's so many styles that you could actually apply to come up with your character. And then you just go back to fixing the character. You see how slowly but surely the character then takes shape.
Yeah. When you give him the highlights, fix the hair. Maybe reduce the ears and take them down a bit. I feel like my ears are too high. Yeah, see, by fixing that, he looks more alive than he was a minute ago. So you see? Yeah, this is how you make your character by understanding biology without looking. So this is how you draw. I'm not looking at anything. You see how we build the character together?
by not looking at anything. You could dress them up if you want, complete the look. Yeah, look at that. Isn't that something?
This one is like, you are not like making him a villain or anything. So it's that for me. That's what I took from it.
Oh yes. So
He
if
was just a plain guy, not a hero, not a villain guy, just a normal person.
just a normal person.
Yeah.
So when
And he looks
you
cool.
it looks
He looks amazing.
oh, thank you so much, sir.
Almost too realistic. Yeah.
Yes, and that's from understanding anatomy. That's from understanding how to make a human, a human character, like I was saying, by understanding biology first. And even when you want to come and put in emotions in your characters, then you need to understand, how do I put in emotions? What parts of the human face move and which parts do not move? For an example would be the nose. In most cases, the nose and the upper lip are always in the same position, and the eyes, maybe you could move your nose a bit, but you can't change the position of your eyes. They'll always be there. But the eyebrows can move and the skin around the eyes can move. And ultimately, that's how then you bring about emotion. So that's why I'm saying you need to understand biology when you're doing art. An example would be whatever emotion that you're putting across when the character is angry, happy, or sad. One of the things that you need to know is that only the lower jaw moves. The upper jaw doesn't move. The upper lip. Yeah. So like you do like this, you see only the lower one is moving.
So it's relates to the reflexes because yeah, the whole like skull cannot accept for this. I don't
Yes.
know. Is it like considered part of the skull or just a
It
I don't know.
is. It
Okay.
is. You can. I mean, obviously, when somebody dies, you can take it apart. You can break it apart easily, but it's
Yeah,
still a part of it. It's joined somewhere. So even when you're doing your skull sketches, just to understand how the head should be like, you can put the lower jaw in there. Yes, sir. So it's been quite a pleasure talking to you and sharing all these concepts on how to do art properly, how to make your art more exciting, the significance and importance of biology, in biology and art, how to use shapes to make, uh, to put across the mood and the idea behind your characters. What each shape means.
yeah.
So it's been quite a pleasure. Any thoughts?
No, it's like you see today, like there was a whole emphasis on how like you are now creating a new character, so you have to have a certain guideline for that. Because I was like using the same method for all characters, and most of the time they would like turn out looking the same. And today, yeah, there was like a whole unveiling thing going on. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
I'm glad you like it, sir.
Yeah.
I'm glad you love it. I just want to see you put it into practice. So please do an assignment so that by next week when we meet, you can show me two characters from the concepts that we shared, applying the concepts that we shared. Is that okay?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Just going to manage my time because now I noticed that I always have like
Something
many
to do.
things to do. Yeah, something to do.
No,
And
but
yeah.
we talked about getting messy, the importance of getting messy when you're doing your gestures, that you don't always have to be super careful when you're drawing. So a sketch in essence should take you 5 minutes. It shouldn't take you more than that. So spare 5 minutes to do the first one, spare another 5 minutes to do the second one, and then you can go back into it. Don't think too much when you're sketching. You have a vague idea, try to let it grow as you sketch. Remember the triangle that we talked about in the beginning, that so don't take too much time sketching. Even though sketching is really important because it determines how your character turns out or how your drawing turns out. But you need to put in more time doing the detailing of that. You know, the sketch is just, you could start with a thumbnail with a very small drawing to see if you would like the gesture. And then from there, you translate it into a bigger drawing.
Yes. Yes.
All right. It's been a pleasure having you again, Kamahelo. Can't wait to see what you do, and I can't wait to see your journey continue as an artist and as you grow.
You are going to see it.
Perfect. I can't wait.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Have a lovely weekend and stay safe.
Yeah. Thank you for that.
All right.
Thank you. It's the festive season, so yeah, everyone is
Yeah,
getting
it's
to.
busy.
Yeah, it's busy a lot. Thank
All
you.
right. Cheers, mate. Cheers.
Ciao.